Tired of the same old, same old? Then check out Talk with Teddy. It's a variety show. And each week there are new guests and new topics. What started because of the epidemic and social distancing is now casting shadows over other shows. Talk with Teddy, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on WLFE DB Radio Network.
All right, guys, we are here with another episode of Talk with Teddy. I'm so glad that everybody's here. It's a Tuesday night. It's actually beautiful here, and actually Finger Lakes in New York, and it's a beautiful, beautiful night. Was expecting rain, but no rain, so I'm happy. We had rain yesterday and the day before, so no more rain. Let's just have some nice weather. Tonight, guys, I want to start this out with a bit of news. I found out this afternoon, hello Nick, I found out this afternoon that the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash that we were all going to, that was supposed to be on the 24th, 25th, and 26th, is canceled. It was canceled today because of COVID cases spiking in that area. So they did cancel it, and it's a shame, but you know, some of us are still going to go down and visit friends and hang out. So if you've made plans to go there, feel free to come out and hang out with us anyways. We're going to the battlefield and just have a little bit of fun. But that's enough about that. Right now, we have another musician, another singer-songwriter. You guys know how I love this stuff. We get these people on here that have a gift. Some would say a gift from God. Others would say a gift from their mother or their father. Usually the parents argue where it comes from either way. But, you know, it's just going to be a fun night. So let me introduce you guys to Mr. Jordan Danielsen. Hello, Jordan.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself? Oh, the pleasure is mine, man. Pleasure is mine. That's wonderful news, Nick. So maybe you can make it next year. All right. So you guys know what we're going to do here. We are going to talk with Jordan. We're going to play a little bit of his music. He's going to play a little bit of his music for you. We're going to chat. So make sure you have questions. I'm going to start a watch party here as well. So we're going to have more than just 4 outlets on video. We'll end up with 5. And, of course, the normal 9 audio outlets as well. So we're just going to have ourselves a good time tonight and relax and have fun, you know. So, but I'm going to read a little bit here of the bio that this young man had sent me. Actually, I found out about his website just a few minutes ago, too, which he probably sent to me and I just somehow missed it. Who knows? But this gentleman here is popular. He's got some music that's going to sound very familiar. The reason for that is because we've had a couple other guests that they're all about the same type or genre of music, which to me is very, very cool. Because you know me, I like pretty much everything. So I think we're waiting for technology. We know how that is as well here, folks, and I apologize. So let's get right into this. Technology. Go figures. I see. Don't feel bad, Jordan. I know that you have a problem with technology too, and so do I. It just doesn't always work to the way it's supposed to for us. Oh, what is that? Hold on. Wow. Massive feedback there for a second. All right. So, let's get down to his bio. Sorry about that, Jordan. All right. So, Jordan Danielsen, an in-demand singer-songwriter who hails from Davenport, Iowa, by way of Denver, Colorado, which is really cool because I used to live 50 miles west of Denver. I lived in a little place called Deer Trail, Colorado, but that's enough about me. He is steadily making a name for himself. In demand is not an overstatement, playing 5 to 6 nights a week. Wow. And in the Quad Cities area and stretching as far as Chicago and Omaha. Jordan came to music and especially songwriting quite organically, happening most simultaneously. At 14, he got his first guitar, and soon, as he learned his first three chords, he wrote his first song. Now, 2 albums later, he is expanding his horizons on a regional and national level. So that is freaking awesome. I loved your bio, and I only got through the one paragraph, and it was already kind of fun. So I'm good with that. So I love the big words, organic and simultaneously. That's what it was. So, really. Cool. Okay. So you might have to get a little bit closer to your mic because they're having a hard time hearing you. There you go. Perfect. So let's talk about this. So 14 years old is when you got your first guitar.
Yep. Well, that's when I started playing it, actually. I think
Okay.
a couple of years before that, it was an old Kingston electric guitar, and it sat in my closet for a little while. And then I was asking my parents for guitar lessons. They said, when your grades get better, we'll get you guitar lessons. And I said, well, this could be a guitar poster, man. I'll just teach myself. So that's
Oh,
what I did.
parents, parents. So, hi Tom, hi Nick, and hi Ted. All right, I don't know who that is, but they're on my page, so it better be you, Cindy, or Robert. Oh my goodness. So, who's the magical or the musical one in your family? Mom, dad?
You know what? I'm really the most musical person in my family, to be honest. My dad was a
Really?
cantor in the synagogue, and he's the only one I know on that side of my family, so that's kind of a mystery what's on that side. But nobody on my other side of my family are musicians. They're all hunters and fishermen and mechanics, and so I don't fit in there. But they're all good, big music fans anyway. So it's fun.
That's awesome. What was their type of music growing up?
In junior high, man, I was all into like Christian death metal and thrash music
Wow.
and everything. And then it was the 90s, so there was grunge and all that stuff came out, as well as the 90s hip hop, which I kind of grew up in inner city school. So we listened to a lot of that stuff. And then when I found Bob Dylan and Van Morrison and all that stuff, it was usually my parents' CD collection I started diving into. That's when I started writing music and getting into it. Then I also studied jazz later on in college, so I've just got so many different influences just together. I just pretty much call my music just songs that I wrote on an acoustic guitar, because it can be anything.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, how young of a guy are you?
I'm 40.
Oh, okay. You don't look 40, by the way. So I was going to put you in the 30s anyway. So,
See, I should have said
see, you should have said 35, and you would have been fine. You would have been right there. But no, that's cool. I mean, people are still, in the music business. I found lately it's kind of, back in the day they were looking for the young people with the certain look and all that other stuff. But today, not so much. They're looking for the talent. I mean, Chris Stapleton for the country genre and blues and soul and everything else that guy does. He's amazing. He wasn't a young buck, and got signed, and now I'm making millions of dollars these days. So don't ever give up, buddy, if that's what you're looking for.
Well, I really can't do anything else, man, so I'm kind of stuck.
Yeah, well, you have no skills?
Well, I got skills, but I've been doing this for so long. I mean, I've been making a living doing this since I was 25, so...
Hey, then don't give it up, man. I've listened to your stuff. And you definitely have talent, brother. You are a gifted individual.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You are welcome. Robert, hello. Tom McNichols, hello. Nick Muley, hello. And I got to get this watch party started here in just a second. But yeah, this is going to be fun tonight because I like talking to different musicians, and how they got where they are today and where they're going. I have been a musician myself. I just retired after 30 years, and I love music. The body just said can't do it no more. The knees actually said I can't do it no more. So the knees are what killed me, and I understand loading in and loading out and set up and tear down and all that stuff, and there's a lot of work whether you're if you're a single musician with your own soundboard and little speakers and stuff like that, when you go to do like afternoon gigs or whatever, that's not too bad. But if you're doing a full band, a lot of work, guys, lots and lots of work. So let's get a little bit farther here. So now 14, learn how to play guitar, wrote your first song. Do you remember your first song?
I do remember the first song.
Really? Really? That's cool. That's cool. What were your first three chords?
G minor and C.
Awesome. See, I've asked other musicians that, and they're like, I don't remember. How am I supposed to remember that stuff?
I think they're probably the first ones I heard.
Well, I'm glad you remember, because that's a rarity, just so you know. That's cool. So you talked about the type of music that you grew up with and stuff like that. What would you classify yourself today?
I would say I'm Americana.
Americana, that's cool.
I live in Iowa, so a lot of people here in Iowa love country music, and people just call me country
Mm-hmm.
for a long time. But
You finally said, forget it, I'm not going to fight it no more?
people love country. You can call me whatever you want as long as you like me. I do play bars and everything, and playing original music in the bars is kind of tough. You kind of got to wait for the right time. So,
It's very difficult. Most bars, even in New York, it's the same way everywhere. I know because we toured the East Coast, but when you get into a bar, they want to hear cover tunes. Your dancers do. But you can usually slide one or two originals in a set, and then eventually people will get used to it, and then you'll say, hey, you guys are having a good time, let's play another one of mine. Or you just sneak it in there and don't even tell them that it's one of yours, and they'll be jamming away with it anyway. So, but yes, it's very tough to play your own stuff.
I started writing really stupid songs for the bar. You know what? What is going to keep people's attention? So I started just writing really stupid country songs. I wrote one about tacos. People love it. It's really
Tacos?
Yeah, it's really the dumbest song I've ever written, but people love it, man. It goes over.
You're killing me, Smalls. Tacos. God, that's funny. Hey, but there's weirder songs out there. Achy Breaky Heart. I mean, come on. It made millions. That's funny though. That is hysterical. So bars and clubs, and so have you had the opportunity to open up for any big names or anything like that? Get yourself some showcasing.
Yeah, I've opened up for Los Lobos.
Awesome.
Special Sauce.
Awesome.
Also, I can't remember his name. The guy that plays with Dave Matthews.
Oh, oh shit! I would have to look him up.
That guy.
That.
I can never remember his name. Tim Reynolds, that's what it is.
That's it, Reynolds. Yes. Oh God, we sound more like each other than. Oh, there's a lot of some of my best stories of my time, especially in music, is the bands, like the backline people. I mean, when you get to know them and their stories and the goofy things that happen. And a lot of them are goofy guys, man. They're definitely goofy. And someday I'll have to write my own little memoirs from being on the road. It was a lot of fun. There we go. Trying to get this watch party going. Finally. Jesus. Technology, man, I'm telling you, you're not the only one. Me too. Doesn't always work. But so far so good. Let's not wait a minute, I need some wood. There we go. There you go. You got some wood right there in your lap. So that didn't sound good. I'm sorry, folks. I didn't mean that. It didn't sound good. Totally, totally. Never mind. Totally bad, Teddy. Um,
That's part of the show, man.
it might be. I just can't believe. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. Jesus. So let's move on. So bars, clubs, stuff like that. You've opened up for some national acts. You let's talk about the albums. Let's talk about writing. So influencing for writing. Where do you think that comes from?
I think it just comes from pretty much everything that I've ever listened to. My first album took me 3 years to record, and at that time I was playing with a full band. We would sing an open mic together every Sunday night for a few years, and that's kind of where that band came together.
Right.
But that kind of has so many influences from when I was younger. It's a lot of heavier stuff. The Stickin' in the Oven tune was off my first album. And then, it's kind of hip hop in it, a little bit of folk, just everything. My second album took me 3 years to record too. This is why I'm so glad I'm recording singles now.
Because it takes you so long to do an album, right? And it just takes. All
Yeah.
right, I get it.
But that was a little bit more laid back. I would call that definitely Americana with a big violin in it.
Right.
Just kind of a little bit more chill.
What? So yeah, I like the whole Americana country feel. I get that. Um, so like on your downtime, what do you listen to that might influence that though? You know what I mean? Who are you listening to?
Griffin House, Gregory Allen Isaacoff. Have you ever heard of him?
No, but that's a great name.
He's out of Colorado. Also John Craigie, kind of made it famous around Jack Johnson and all those guys that played with us.
Cool. Cool.
Pretty much all the people that nobody else has ever heard of. Things that I Shazam off the movies and stuff.
Shazam. Another Shazam off the movies. He Shazams off the movies. Nice. Nice. Um, that's cool. I know. I was thinking like who am I thinking of? Like who's like God, I can't think of the guy's name now. Um, I'm drawing a blank. All right, skip that question then. Moving on. Oh my goodness.
A
Um,
lot of jazz.
jazz is good.
And lately, I've
Jazz.
just been listening to a lot of the people that on Facebook. I've been joining all these Facebook groups all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of my scheme of getting views and getting people to notice me and say, "This nobody else is doing it. I'm not going to promote it myself." So I've joined
Well,
probably 800 Facebook groups in the whole world, and I'm just posting shit left and right. Also boosting my posts in the Chicago area and Madison, Omaha, just kind of all over the place.
yeah, but you have to. You have to. Yeah, nobody else is gonna do it. You gotta do it yourself, man. Nobody else is gonna do it. That's one of those tricks that I learned a long, long time ago. And I worked for a production company that actually went out and did the work. We used to go and try and get bands hired and all that stuff for a while. And I was just like, you know what? I'm in a band and I really need to work on my own shit. So I just took what I learned and started doing my own stuff for my own band that I played with. I shouldn't say my band, our band. And we did our own posters, did our own legwork. We talked to producer or promoters. We talked to club owners. We talked to all that stuff just to make our own deal. And I think that's the best way. Plus, that old fashioned saying, word of mouth. It still does work. It really does.
It's gotten to the point I don't have to call people very often anymore. I don't have to promote. It's all when you're playing 5 nights a week and going out a lot of chords. So, usually when I do try to get a hold of a venue, they don't get back with me anyway. So it's like, I just just wait for me. Hopefully they will. It's gotten to the point where I'm getting enough stuff going on, so
Oh, wow. All right, guys. So this is where you're going to be able to check out his stuff. He has a Facebook page, which is called Jordan Danielsen Fan Page. But I like the page, I believe. So you guys can probably find it on my stuff as well. But his regular website is here, JordanDanielsenMusic.com. So you can go there as well and check that out. And I don't know, read it. If he's got music up there, buy his music. That's what we do here, folks. We promote each other. We promote these guys. We love their music. Remember, I got to find a way to hypnotize you guys in the chat room. Go buy the music. Buy the music. So I guess that was a little silly, but hey, it was fun while it lasted.
does anybody buy music anymore?
Yeah, actually, yeah, no, they do. And I did. I just bought every single AC/DC song ever written. Yeah. Yeah. Just MP3s. And I bought them and I put them all on disc so that I can have them in my truck. I have a 6 CD changer in there and I just put them all on the CDs and there you go. You know? So, yeah. Some people still buy stuff like that. I always tell people, we had a couple other musicians on here. People went and bought their books, their songs. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Brian Wilson, hello. Mike Clark, Allie. Hello, Allie. Love you, girl. Nathan Gaylor and Lee Allen II, Lisa Hagedorn, Robert White. We are getting them in here so slowly but surely. But I wonder where that line came from. There's another silly song for you. Slowly but surely. Never know, right? So I'm trying to get your, we'll get this working over here. I'm getting that set on the tablet so we can actually play a couple of your tunes. Finally, I like that the title of the one album, the Old Soul. I love that. You know. So now, who did the design and stuff for your albums?
Kind of Ed Wilson. And Ed is, I always, whenever I want something, I look at so many different artists, and then it always comes back to Ed, because he's an amazing photographer, and he also knows how to do all the editing, and just, plus he just went out to Portland, and you have to check out his pictures, and just,
Cool. Yeah. I'm going to be doing that next weekend. Just driving around taking pictures in Gettysburg. So okay, so you have 2 albums, right? And they're both available, right? One is called Old Soul, and the other one is called Night Alone in the City. Did I get that right? Look at that. So far, so good. Fingers crossed. Oh, he's knocking on the wood again. All right, so he sent me some songs, but I decided to go right to his YouTube page and just look at the stuff that he had. So, got quite a few songs on here, and Father of the Water. That one looks interesting. So
that's the first tune on Old Soul. That's about the Mississippi River.
beautiful.
I wrote with a good friend of mine. His name is Peterson, and we've been in the band since we were in junior high. And we kind of had this couple of months where we got together and we would just write a tune a night. And we would come up with the name of the song, and we would just wrote it until it was done. And we came up with a lot of good songs. And the next single I'm about to put out is one of those. It's
Cool.
called,
Do you mind if
he's
I...
a musician. He's just kind of he's a writer and an actor. But so
Hey, why not? So this one is actually the in studio edit though. Is that still good? So can I play it?
sure.
Cool. Let's play it. He's like, let's do it. And get to play here.
gray cold the night. There were trumpets on the water, steamboats in the night, inspired their minds to greatness and his hand to write. Oh, a father of water, roll on down the line, roll on down the line. Where he was born, Lake Tasman, knee deep in Nichols War. He carried my great-grandfather off to the Civil War, down to the dead zone of the Delta. He twists just like a snake, fed the mouths of many, then he took all he wanted to take. Oh, a father of water, roll on down the line, roll on down the line. Well, his age is long forgotten, like the Ojibwe who gave his name. He's pegged a mighty man in Mississippi. He bears the scars of the white man's shame. You know he passed right by my back door ever since I was a boy. Never wondered where he came from as he rolled on past Illinois. Oh, father of water, roll on down the line. Oh yeah, I said, oh, father of water, roll on down the line, roll on down the line, roll on down the line, roll on down the line.
Sweet. I like that.
So
All
all the
right.
information on that song is straight from Wikipedia. Man. It's all about the Mississippi. Let's find as many facts as we can.
Crispy just
Ah,
got
get
crispy.
out there.
Burn.
Stop.
It's crispy, man.
It's crispy, all right.
Crispy just got crispy.
Okay, yeah, I really like that. That was it's catchy,
Thank you.
you know. Did it sound all right on your end, or was it funky? I was trying to figure that out here. Was it okay?
Yeah, it sounded all right.
Okay, all right. I don't want to mess with it too much.
Right?
As long as it sounds
Work and
okay.
Keep it going, man.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, my fans probably here don't help either in the background, but it should be okay. I don't think they're picking that up, but we'll see. All right, so God, I hate the sound of my own voice. So let's talk about. So that was just kind of just a song you guys sat down and wrote together, just for fun. Is that how that happened, or?
I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, it's more than just fun. It's being artistic, you know what I mean? But more than anything, yeah, just spending time together. We were always creative, you know, ever since I've known him. So, what else are we gonna do? You know what I mean? Come on over and let's write some music, because I have a hard time just hanging out, man. I've kind of like got to be doing something. So,
Right.
yeah.
Cool. All right, so my volume may have dropped a little bit, but I'm just trying to get a little bit of the static out of here. So, on my end at least. So, hopefully you can still hear me okay.
Yep. You're a little quieter though.
A little quieter?
Yeah,
Well,
it's all right.
that's okay. Some people would like that because I have a big mouth. That's okay. We'll see what happens down the road. All right, so let's see. What else do we have here? So, you sent me 3 songs, and if I can get back to them. Most of them were all on the new one, though, correct?
No.
Hi, and welcome to neosounds.com, your premium source for royalty.
First one actually.
Damn, I hate that thing.
What is
See, that's
that?
the only problem with YouTube. YouTube just,
Oh, I see. That was the ad.
yes, you can't shut it off once it starts. It takes a lot to do. Okay,
See, I
so
was listening to Kevin's, and when you were playing his tunes, it would shut off. And he said that maybe it was BMI or something cutting it off.
actually it was Facebook.
Really?
They said that it was possibly copywritten music. But I was even running this little thing down at the bottom, like I should have been doing on your first song, saying that the music was written by the person that we're talking with as a guest. So I have a complaint into them, actually. So I'm waiting for them to get back to me so that they can fix the audio on these things. Because they're the ones that blocked it out.
Ah, okay.
So
He said something like that happened. So that's why I sent you the YouTube. Maybe it would help. But we'll
yeah,
see.
it was from either way, either thing. I mean, I had Eric Van Houten on here and from Nashville, and they did that to 2 or 3 of his songs too. So yeah, and he wrote the songs too. So I don't know what else to do except running this little thing at the bottom, and just writing them and complaining because there's not a whole lot other I can do about it. So.
Right.
Okay, so what was one of the other songs that you, let's see, was one
The
of them,
Summer of '99 one. Yeah. That was the first one I sent you. That one is the first one that I put a horn section on.
yes, I like that song actually, and that was on the new album, correct?
That was on the first one.
I don't see it. Huh.
Yeah, I wrote those horn lines with a guy named Edgar Crockett, Dr. Edgar Crockett, and he was my instructor in college. And so I took a private study with him, and we sat down and wrote these horn lines out. And then we went into the studio and had some other guys in the jazz band come in and lay down those tracks. And Edgar's played with the Smothers Brothers. He's played with
Oh man, that's
Ray
cool.
Charles. He's played with so many different people. He's amazing. So I was really lucky to be able to learn so much from him. And then I was in the jazz band for about 3 or 4 semesters, and I played bass for a couple semesters, played drums for a couple semesters. So a lot of learning stuff there, and which really helps with the songwriting.
I have a gentleman right now telling me that, well, Eric, he's a part of the network and my group that I work with. He says that he doesn't know why they keep muting the feeds, and that's what it sounds like they're doing. So I'm just wondering if they did that. Well, no, well, I don't know if they muted that first one we just did. I'm hoping not, because if they did, it'd be. I don't want to keep playing, this, and they're going to keep muting it, because I know they're not doing it with the acoustic guitar while the people are playing. They're only doing it when we're playing them off the recordings.
Well, I can play them. That's cool. I can do that. Yeah, people just watching us sit here and sway back and forth. It probably is interesting.
Hey, we're in our own world. Yeah. So you sent me, Summer of '99. So I do have it. So let me see what Eric says. So Eric, did they mute that one or not? I need to know. Because if they didn't,
I'm
Okay.
surprised there's even anybody working at Facebook. It's got to be an automatic thing or something.
You know, it probably is. It's probably just a little robot sitting in a corner
Thanks,
doing
Facebook.
things
I'm
like
out
a
here
mile a
trying to
million.
promote my stuff, man.
Hey, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to help here. They're fine during the feeds. Then when they go to replay, they mute them. Well, so then we're gonna do this then.
I'll just play for you guys, and hopefully it'll sound good. We got this through the mixer tonight. Hopefully.
Yeah. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that?
All right.
We're just gonna do it live.
Yeah.
Find a way to promote you, Mr. Jordan. We'll do it this way if we have to do it. And hell yeah, let's just do it that way. I'm good with it.
All right.
So, all right, Eric. Thank you. I appreciate your help there, buddy. Thank you. So why don't you tell me what you're going to play next then, and what it's all about, and how you made that happen, and we'll go into it.
Okay. This next tune is my next single, and I've been working hard in the studio recording this and also editing the video, cutting a bunch of takes, and so I'm going to release this as a single out on Apple Music and Spotify
Cool.
and all that jazz. And
Cool.
Then, so this is a song about being single, which I'm not single now, but I was when I wrote it. And
I know that feeling.
yeah. Sound all right?
Sounds
Song
great.
called The In-Between.
There you go.
Fell back into an old routine. I got caught up in the in-between. I'm always running away, running back, moving way too fast for my own good. Enticed by the night just to wind up somewhere lonely, cold and strange. Striking out lately in pursuit of change. I'm always looking back, looking past a backward glance for a second chance at what I want, what I had before. You know I fought so hard just to get this far, just to be another face in a smoky bar. I've been led astray by my foolish dreams. I'm always blinded by the unforeseen. Here I am again in the in-between. La-da-da-da-da-da, la-da-da-da-da. Drumming up feelings that I can't explain. Thinking to myself that I need refrain. I'm always rolling the dice, taking bad advice, throwing all of that caution to the wind. Through the blinds of my mind I can see them all stacked up like dominoes. One falls down then the next one goes. I'm always playing the game, it always ends the same. It's always me to blame. I stack them up and I knock them back down again. You know I fought so hard just to get this far, just to be another face in a smoky bar. I've been led astray by my foolish dreams. I'm always blinded by the unforeseen. Here I am again in the in-between. La-da-da-da-da-da, la-da-da-da-da. I'm always running and looking and rolling and playing. This weight on my shoulders is the price that I'm paying. I'm always running and looking and playing and rolling, always always second guessing the one that I am holding. I'm always running, looking, rolling, playing. This weight on my shoulders, this price that I'm paying. I'm always running and looking, playing, rolling.
You have got a really great voice, man.
Thank you. Really long-ended.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. I like this better than listening to that right now because you just sound really good right here in my ears. I don't know how it sounds to everybody else, but it sounds really good here. I was tweaking it as you were playing. I'm like, oh yeah, this sounds awesome. It sucks if those guys can't hear it like I can.
We'll see when it's over, man. I can't tell you how many times I'm like, man, that was an awesome live feed, and then I listen to it, it's like,
Yeah, and then it sucked. Yeah, well, I'm doing my best, buddy. Doing my best. So yeah, because the guys in here did say that it was that they could barely hear us, so I changed a couple things while you were playing, and hopefully it brought it up some. So hopefully it'll work better. Now, and we've had a lot of people joining us here as we're going along. Nathan Geller, Lee Allen second. We already did that. Barry Martz, Nick Mulay's over here as well. You're on 2 feeds. What's up with that? Brian Storm, Richard Storm, Ron, Rob Hernandez, Grant Gaskin, Keith Ewing, Ted Martin, and Renee Phillips over here as well. And then Eric and everybody that's been over here already. So I'm hoping they hear us all right because Nick, you guys didn't come back and tell me it sounded better. So let's hope it does. I need to know. So, all right. So, I got to get back to the questions here, but you write a lot by yourself, or do you usually reach out and you have friends that you write with, or is it pretty much just you?
most of the time it's just me.
Yeah.
Dana's the only person I've ever written with, to be honest. We've written maybe 4 or 5 tunes together, and the rest have all been solo tunes that I've written. So.
Cool. It's tough, but at least when you're writing it, you know what you want, and you don't have to argue with anybody else.
Exactly.
So.
And I think sometimes the reason why we work so good because he backs down easy. I'm like, but it's like we'll both come up with an idea, and then he'll be like, well, what about this? And then I'm like, well, that's cool, but what about this? That reminds me of this, and it's like, but we work off of each other really well.
See, that's great. So yeah, Nick, he's saying that he can hear it better. That's great. When you're singing is what I really wanted to know. So Nick, when you're singing, just do me a favor and just let me know what it sounds like out there for you guys, if you wouldn't mind. Just that would be very, very helpful. Thank you very much. So the most of your ideas just come from everywhere, because you mentioned a song about tacos, and I've got to ask, why? Where did that come from? And there had to be something behind it. Did you just want to be goofy and you just wanted to test it out and see if people would listen to anything? Or, I mean, I get that.
It's called the Taco Bar, and it came out because my fiance was going to the taco bar, and I was pissed off because she didn't bring me to the taco bar, and I'm like, wow, there needs to be a song about a taco bar. And so I went with it because at the time, we just need funny, goofy songs that are in the moment at the bar. You know what I mean? It's like,
right.
Like that song that I just played to you, it's not at the bar. It might at the right time, but I'll play you the taco song. How's that?
Sure. Sure. We're gonna hear a taco song. And he's got a harmonica. Awesome. I just think it was awesome that you wrote a song about a taco bar. And I love tacos and nothing against it.
I think it's gonna make me $1 million.
I think it will too if it's
Spend it all on tacos.
Well, it is Taco Tuesday, Nick said.
It is Taco Tuesday.
10 more minutes of it here, anyways.
Yeah, well, come on, everybody, let's go jump in the car and drive it downtown to the taco bar. Well, I'm feeling nice and spicy, I'm up for the trip. I gotta go and get myself some salsa chips. Well, I know you think I'm lying every time that I say that me and Teddy eat tacos almost every day. And Santa, give me the guac, stick it on top, jump in the car. So we can drive it downtown to the taco bar, to the taco bar, yeah. You know that Teddy likes the salsa, so hot you can spot. But me, I'm more inclined to go for moderate vibe. But we both be digging chicken, and it's so good on the grill. Well, now we're gonna chat about the ultimate thrill. You know I'm talking about tequila. Hey, there's a thought. This party's getting started. Tell me what do you got? I said, give me a shot. Don't care if it's hot, jump in the car. So we can drive it downtown to the taco bar, to the taco bar, yeah. Dig some enchiladas, but it's been a long time since I had one. Really has. Yeah, the steak fajitas, that's a really good idea. Let's have some. Yeah, now maybe for an appetizer we can have a small plate of nacho. And then please won't you give me 3 corn tortillas with onions, some cheese, and cilantro. That's how I like it, Ted. Every time, man. Yeah, now come on, everybody, let's go jump in the car. Drive it downtown to the taco bar. Well, I'm feeling nice and spicy, I'm up for the trip. I gotta go and get myself some salsa and chips. Well, I know you think I'm lying every time that I say that me and Teddy tacos almost every day. I said, give me the guac, stick it on top, jump in the car. So we can drive it downtown to the taco bar, to the taco bar, yeah. La cucaracha, uh-huh, woo! La cucaracha, I can't eat sriracha. It's too hot for my belly, man, I just can't do this shit anymore. La cucaracha, I probably shouldn't sing about roaches while there's a pandemic going on. La cucaracha, uh-huh.
Oh, that's $1 million song right there. That is freaking awesome. You gotta do that song's gotta go somewhere. We gotta do something with that song. That song is just so much fun. I love it.
You gotta record it first, man. It's just, you gotta get the
Well,
YouTube
record it, man. Get it out there. That song is gonna make you $1 million.
Thank you.
It better.
I'm gonna do this in between tune, and then I've got another tune that I wrote. It's called Work Clothes. It's kind of a stupid song too. Then I'm gonna do a serious one, and then I'm gonna do the taco one. So I'm kind of like at a stagger. I'm gonna do a serious tune, and then one that's dumb shit that I'll actually sell and people listen to.
I get it. But but you gotta have one of those. What do they call those? They call those
The money song.
Okay, we'll just call it a money song.
There's a musician here in town. His name's Dave Wells. He's like, money songs.
That's awesome.
The songs doesn't matter. Just play the Sweet Caroline.
Just play the money song. Cassie, hello, Cassie Swick. I think you just missed a really good tune that you would have loved. Wait till he records it, then you can buy it and play it all over the place. It's awesome. It's his Taco Tuesday song. Now it's got another name.
I do have a video on there on my YouTube channel for that. So.
Oh, awesome. There you go. You can go right to his YouTube page. It's right there on the front in the big red. Can't miss the big red. It's right in there.
Scroll down a little
Yeah. There you go.
I guess that isn't the YouTube page. I guess that's the fan page. There's so
Oh
many-
yeah. So just look up Jordan Danielsen on YouTube. Just that. Just put in his name. That's what I did. Easy to find. Easy peasy. There you go. All right. So, as music goes, man, I like the way you write. You know.
Do anything twice. That's my whole thing. It's just, and every song is different. That's the cool thing about doing these singles is I can put out a jazz tune. I might decide, hey man, I'm gonna put out a heavier tune. Decide
Right.
to put out a metal tune. You know what I mean? I'll just promote it in different places.
But can you sing it as heavy metal?
I could do it.
You could do it. There you go. It's from working that 5 or 6 nights a week playing in clubs. That's what does it. Strengthens those vocal cords, man.
My voice is definitely a lot stronger than it was 15 years ago.
Well, and you had facial hair from the first album, so you don't look like you got a baby face. So it's better now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, all right. So let's talk about. We've been covering all over the place. I actually been jumping all over the place, which is okay because I like the music and you're really easy to talk to. It's great. Now, hopes and dreams. What is your hopes and dreams here? I mean, you want to make it big? Do you just want to sell some records? You want to get a label? What are you looking for?
Yeah, I want to do all that stuff.
Yeah, I just want to do all those. Okay. He's here till Thursday. Check out the Veal.
I can tell you that it gets better every year. I
Yeah.
get more and more gigs every year. I make a little bit more money every year. The thing is I haven't always been pushing my original stuff because you kind of get in a grind where you're just doing gigs. And this COVID thing really kind of kicked me in the butt to do that. So, 2014 was when I put Old Soul out. So I've been slacking. But on the upside of things, I don't think I was ready to record a lot of these tunes. I think that I'm going to record them better now that I've done a lot. I know a lot more, and I have a lot built up. So I have 40 tunes to record. So
That's a lot of songs.
yeah. I'd also like to record some cover tunes too. I think that would help to get on the coffee house radio and stuff. And, the same way in a bar, that might lure some people in too. They're playing stuff that people know. So I'm always thinking of some kind of a scheme, some kind of a hustle.
Yeah, Nick, he says and that's on your end. Unfortunately, I've got you pegged here. He says that when you're talking, it's really hard to hear you, but when you're playing, you're good. So,
I'll eat this microphone. I'm sorry.
there you go. There you go. Just pretend it's your taco.
There you go.
So, yeah. So okay, better. So we discussed. Let's see. We went through there. Now you say you've got a girlfriend, fiance, or you're married. What's here? What's going on?
Fiance. Yep.
There you go. Perfect. What does she think of your music? Did she love it?
Oh, when you live with it day in and day out, it's it's just kind of another thing.
Annoying.
I have a
Yeah.
son. He's 15 too, and he doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to go to my gigs. Dad, you know how many times he's heard the in between when I'm editing videos, and it's usually just like the chorus over and over again, like 40 times. So he
Yeah.
doesn't wanna hear it.
Yeah, and he's probably into something else too. So it's not cool. It's not hip. It's one of those things. Yeah.
He wants to be a YouTuber.
Really? Well, there's a lot of money in that stuff.
There is, and at first, I did what my parents probably told me, you're not going to make a living playing music, just do something else. But, it's like, who knows? You know what I mean?
Here's the best answer I can give you with all that. If you're paying your bills, if it's giving you the money that you need to survive, you got what you need to be happy, then what else is there?
Exactly. And honestly, if I didn't go any further than this, I'd still be happy because I'm doing what I love.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what counts. Like, I was telling you that I retired. Well, it's great to sing. It's great to be able to write music. It's great to be able to get out there and perform. But there's other things that happen like you get older. And for me, in fact, the guy that the bass player, he understands too. I mean, when you're loading and unloading like heavy equipment, because we're providing our own sound. I mean, we have to pull those things around, lift them, and put them down, and all that. I mean, I'm 53 years old. I'm sorry, it does wear on your body after time, time to time. We were playing 3 or 4 nights a week as well, and it's like, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over, because eventually your body says, hey, hire some punk to lift your shit or quit.
That's another reason why I'm recording these tunes. Hopefully it'll get me to where I can get some roadies, man.
See,
you should
yeah.
see my vehicle, man. There's so much crap in my vehicle, and I'm a glutton for punishment, because I just started using actually the kick drum and the hi-hat while I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing 5 different things at once, but it's all the more stuff for me to haul, and it's like I scare people when I start carrying. I can't tell you how many times I've heard, man, I've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's more to just entertain myself than anything else.
So you're the one-man band there. That's what's happening to you.
That's what's happening. Although I don't necessarily know if I like being called the one-man band. That's what I am. About as much as I like being called country,
Yeah. Well, I get it. But you exactly. Hey, it is what it is. Exactly what you said. These gigs that unfortunately, that's the only way to get your music out there and to continue to do what you love is by doing all that. Hauling your own equipment, doing the setup, the tear down, and everything else. And I know what it's like to open up and to a bar, and you get in there and you're playing for 2 or 4 people, or you could be playing to 100 people or 400 people. You still got to give 110%, because those 2 people that are watching you, or the 100 people that are watching you, word of mouth, they're going to talk. They're going to say, "Hey, I like you." The next time they might be friends, and it's important. That's one thing that I learned the hard way. But if it's something you love and you want to keep drawing and you want to be somewhere with it, you got to do what you got to do. It is what it is. So I totally get it. All right, so what is next on your singing list? What else do you want to sing about?
Well, I'm going to play the Work Clothes tune for you guys.
Cool.
This song, my fiance. When I met her, she was a waitress.
Okay.
My first wife was a waitress. So, for some reason, I've always had a thing for waitresses.
Okay.
Somebody to bring me my ketchup. This is a song called Work Clothes. Sinner, when you come home in your work clothes, smelling like burgers and fries. I love the way those tidy black slacks accentuate your thighs. Now put your work stuff up on the table, girl. Come over, let me get you warm. Now, honey, I like the way that you look in your uniform. Well, now the first time we met, I was a late night guest up in the cafe where you serve. The flower that you stuck up in your bun was so cute, I called you over when I got up the nerve. I said, now can I have some jalapeno ketchup, please? You said that I can have the whole damn bag. And when you got up to get it, your ass didn't look half bad. I said, now when you come home in your work clothes, smelling like burgers and fries. I love the way those tiny black slacks accentuate your thighs. Now put your work stuff up on the table, girl. Come over, let me get you warm. Now, honey, I like the way that you look in your uniform. Yeah, now maybe we should keep on your apron, love, for this mid-afternoon delight. I set the mood with some Motown mama so that I can treat you right. You're my sweet piranha, you're my angel eyes, you're my feisty little Capricorn. And honey, I like the way that you look in your uniform. Yeah, one more time. I stand out when you come home in your work clothes, smelling like burgers and fries. I love the way those tidy black slacks accentuate your thighs. Now put your work stuff up on the table, girl. Come over, let me get you warm. Now, honey, I like the way that you look in your uniform. In your uniform. In your uniform. In your uniform.
You caught me off guard with that one.
Write me a love song, baby. Okay, I'll write you a love song.
I was like, yeah, I caught it. I was laughing, man. See, you've got some major talent, man. You can write songs that are, they grab you. I mean, they make you think about exactly what you're singing about. At least it does for me. I can envision everything you're talking about. I'm really digging your vibe, man. I'm really, God, that sounds so 70s. But anyways, it's like I really like. I like the way you write. I like the way you sing. Your voice is very clean, and I like that. You know, I'm sure that if you really got into some deep soul, man, you probably get some of that rasp going though too. I'm pretty sure you probably got that hidden in there somewhere. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this tonight. And I say that to everybody that plays on my show, but no, I mean it. Oh, Ted, you're an idiot. But no, I'm just kidding. No, I do. Everybody that I've had on my show so far that plays music, I have honestly enjoyed every single thing that they brought to the table here, because I think it shows their personality, and I really like what you're showing me tonight. This is awesome. I love the music, and like I said, you just make me go right with you. So,
Thanks.
you know, especially when you're talking about me in your taco song. This fat boy loves tacos, by the way. So, oh yeah.
This is how you get people to listen, man. You yell out their names.
Exactly.
Get me, man. You gotta do stupid human tricks.
Look
man.
at he said my name. He said my name. Yeah. So.
I also play in a duo with another guy, and his name's Jeff Spradley. And when he first started playing with me, he was just playing the djembe and singing harmonies.
Mm-hmm.
And that hurt his hands, so then he started playing a snare, and we used the guitar case as a kick drum and stick a mic in it, and the hi-hat, like I'm kind of doing right now. So I kind of stole that idea from him a little bit. But then I was pretty much giving him pretty much everything just to keep people, like he had a trombone, and he would play the drums and do the trombone at the same time. I gave him a melodica, and he's doing that, you know, and he was kind of my, you know, and he can spin the sticks like you would believe too. So it's just anything to keep people watching, because people's attention span
Yeah. Very short. Yeah. Oh yeah.
20 TVs going on, and you know, so
That's one thing that always bugged me, especially sports bars. You bring in entertainment, whether it's happy hour or not, turn the damn TVs off. You know, have the focus on the guy that you brought in. I mean, you hired them for a reason. You hired them because they're supposed to be entertaining, and they're supposed to get, you know, the crowd to drink. That's how they make their money. It's not by them just sitting there on their asses. You want them to drink. So, you know, let's get them up dancing. Let's, you know, get them doing something.
Damn.
Damn.
Trick, if they buy us a lot of alcohol and we drink it, we're still making the bar money, see? And we get to drink a lot. So,
There you go. Yep. Nick says, great song, by the way. He loved it. And he says, no one can resist the power of tacos.
that's right. I have
My
another
mother
song
would
called
disagree.
Stretchy Pants, which is the same, kind of goes along with the tacos.
Stretchy pants.
I don't know if I'm gonna play the Stretchy Pants song tonight, but it's gonna be a hit, man. Not all my songs are stupid. Go listen to my albums.
I love it. I love it. Oh man, maybe you should write an album. Stupid songs. Jordan Danielsen.
No more albums, Ted. No more albums. Just songs, man. Yep.
I'm gonna sell one of your songs for you. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sell one of your songs for you. We're gonna get you hooked up somewhere, mister.
I like it. Please do.
Yes.
All the help I can get.
So, what was the 99 song?
That one actually kind of took place a little bit in your neck of the woods. That song is about Woodstock 99. When I was
Oh,
19
no
with
kidding.
my buddy, we bought a little Mazda Protege and stick shift.
No, you
I was
didn't.
gonna drive it, but we took that sucker, drove it all the way to Rome, New York from Iowa, and man, I don't know if you remember Woodstock 99, but it all went
Yeah.
down in flames. And
Yeah.
this was before cell phones, so we got there, and we got there early in the morning before there was 100,000 cars there, and we went in and we hang out for a little bit. All the women had no clothes on, and this is amazing, you know what I mean? And then until we had to go until I lost him, and 100,000 people, and I didn't see him until the next day. Tried to find our car. Good luck, man. It's in a sea of 100,000 people.
Yeah, I heard it was crazy. I just heard it was nuts.
Yeah, and then when he finally, after that, I met this girl from Lake Charles, Louisiana, and we were headed up to Acadia, Maine after that. And she went to Maine with us, and had this little romance with her until we dropped her off in Portland. And then we tried to get into Canada, which we didn't make it into Canada. We made it to the border, and then I spent the next 4 hours in a padded room talking to a French lawyer named Jacques until they finally kicked us out.
I don't want to know any more than that. No. Oh, you were a bad boy.
I've done a lot of living, man.
Yeah, hey,
That's why
there's nothing wrong with that.
anything.
That's what gives you the fuel to write.
Yeah.
Just think about it as your gas for your gas tank. Or fuel for your fuel tank. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so what else was it? There was another one on there that I noticed that sounded kind of funky too, and now I don't remember the name of it.
That was probably Ninian's Ballad.
Could have been, yeah.
Which, that one's on Old Soul, and the reason why I called this album Old Soul is because a lot of it has to do there was the first one about the river, and then that one I was doing a lot of genealogy at the time. And
Love genealogy.
A lot of information about my third great grandfather, and he came from Scotland. When he
Cool.
was 14, and he was an iron miner in Iron Mountain, New York. And he was in the Civil War.
Wow.
And all this about But I hope you guys check out the original, because
Yeah. We'll make sure that, the links up there and stuff, I'll get them over there.
I was young and scared, had a hope and a plan. I was over 3,000 miles to the promised land. I got down on my knees and prayed for over 40 nights and 40 days. They terra firma with a tear in my eye on that blessed day in early July. The Canadian winds, they blew cool on my face. I felt the hand of a new life's warm embrace. I seen war and I seen famine, lived through winters that made me kill. I watched
ever known disappear over the hill. I've seen violence in the sunset, from the earth up to the sky, where the steward don't come. I see you by and by. I'm Mary Jane at 28 years. I was mighty nine in the great frontier. I joined the cause and fought the union fight for a higher wage and a human right. Too many times I heard my sweet Jane cry. She bore 9 of my children, watched 6 of them die. There was earth to be claimed, and I figured we'd just as soon go settle out west beneath this Minnesota moon. I seen war and I seen famine, lived through winters that made me kill. I watched everything that I've ever known disappear over the hill. I seen violence in the sunset, from the earth up to the sky. Brother William, I still don't know why. I see you by and by. Sure as the Scottish blood flows in my veins, I'm ready to carry on so I can be with my Jane. It's kinda like this cancer is from God's own hand, like a ship to sail me away into the promised land. I seen war and I seen famine, lived through winters that made the kid. I watched everything that I've ever known disappear over the hill. I seen violence in the sunset, from the earth up to the sky. Brother William, I still don't know why. Brother William, I still don't know why. Brother William, I still don't know why. I'll see you by and by.
Man, that is deep, man. That is cool. I like that song. In fact, Nick was saying, he goes, for some reason, the song reminds me of Billy Joel's Piano Man.
Cool, man. It's probably the harmonica.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but, that's it. Nick's actually, pretty good at, he's on here all the time. He listens to all the musicians that play. A lot of them do. And they usually give me their opinions. So that, to me, that's cool as hell, Billy Joel was a great writer as well, and his music is fantastic, And I actually had the opportunity to sit in with his band. It was actually called Shotgun Wedding was the name of Billy Joel's band that backed him up, and actually met them in Buffalo one night and played in a club up there. It was kind of fun.
Cool. Man, I can't imagine being in New York and having the opportunities that you were there. I mean, do people have to pay to play there? Like
No.
Chicago?
Well, no. I mean, see, a lot of people think that we're like near New York City and stuff, but I'm actually in the center of the state. Well, closer to the west part of the state, like where Buffalo is, below Rochester. So, like for us, the biggest cities are Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse, and I'm kind of like in the middle of them all. I'm in the country. More cows than people. One of those things, which I love. So, but we have opportunities because of the big cities to work with different musicians and stuff. So, and in New York City, I've been there a few times. Not impressed. Down there are some clubs that you have to pay to play in New York City. And hello, Carrie Ann, my cousin. Something I wouldn't do. No way. And I love touring. I loved all that. especially long road trips, from New York to Florida and 21 hours down, 22 hours back, but it was always a lot of fun, well, going down, coming back was, you're so freaking tired you don't care.
Is that the way it always is, though?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know how far is Chicago for where you are, though. I mean, because you're traveling. Really, that's it?
Yep, it's not too far.
Damn.
It's down to 88, which is like the worst drive to take home in the middle of the night. Like, it's just
Super dark.
It's super dark. There's nowhere to stop, and it just takes forever.
Oh, that's terrible.
I don't think I've ever taken that trip where it wasn't a snowstorm or monsoon or something, So I don't know.
Wow.
I haven't got a lot of chances to play in Chicago.
Right.
Just, for the drive, it's not worth the time. A lot of times,
Yeah, and it's pay to play, like you said. There's, some of that stuff, right? Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that either. But you just brought up a good point, though, that is one of the things that I hate and people don't understand is that, when you're a national band, a national act, you get buses, you get people to ride with, but when you're by yourself and you're trying to do your own music, and even if you're with a band members don't always ride together. You could be, like, several nights I drove by myself. And in the wintertime, I'm telling you, people go, oh, New York, that's concrete city. I mean, here we have mountains, we have hills, we have valleys, we have all that stuff, and some of the worst places to drive in the wintertime, because our winters are pretty heavy here. So trust me, when you're a musician and you're on the road by yourself, it could be a scary thing sometimes. I've hit deer, oh my God, there's so many things that I've done driving to gigs. So I can't imagine, like with you, I can't imagine because I've been there, so it's a tough spot, especially trying to do your thing. About what? Hitting a deer?
No, not about hitting a deer. Although,
Okay.
You know what, Ted? That's an idea.
You never know. If you do it though, you better be sending me like a little thing saying, "Get off my window, you little bastards." I got critters on my windows. All right.
So most of these songs that I'm playing tonight are not released. The last one was.
I'm enjoying them though.
They're ones that I'm gonna record. This is a song called. I always forget which one it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the name is. They're picking tunes in Midwest living. Wearing flip-flops on a Saturday night, doing 80 on every single road we've driven, with a trunk full of speakers by the iPhone light. Maybe the tequila's to blame. I can't remember any faces or recall any names. Sometimes we get along, other times we bicker. The drinks come quick, the words come quicker. It's 2 in the morning to see. Just another night for me. I got one more hour to get back to the Quad Cities. Played a 5K party this morning. It started around 7 a.m. I didn't get a lot of sleep, so to get me a tickle, I had 3 Bloody Marys and a big dill pickle. Had an early show at the country club. Played Sweet Caroline for a quick buck. And then it's back in the car to do we enjoy. Bachelorette parties in Galena, Illinois. Bachelorette parties in Galena, Illinois. Bachelorette parties in Galena, Illinois. It's 2 in the morning, you see. Just another night for me. I got one more hour to get back to the Quad Cities. All for the tips and gratuities. If you got a request, then write it on $1. I don't know about you. I'm feeling kind of thirsty. Maybe we should have another holler and a swallow. That's when I have everybody raise their glasses up in the air and give me a holler. And I say swallow, take a drink. It's 2 in the morning, you see. just another night for me. I got one more hour to get back to the Quad Cities. You get the rhythm of the river from the River City Reader, and the army is hopping down the way from Alameda. We'll go pillaging the village, chilling on 11th Street. We'll be Mississippi mudding it and loving it in the Quad Cities. A little plug for my channel.
You got a talent, man. You really do, especially for stuff like that.
Thank you.
You know, maybe Roger Miller did that, man. Just played some good tunes, had some little hooks in it, some little, talked about things. I mean, sure, he did some funny songs too, Mississippi Squirrel and all that other stuff, but you got humor in your songs. That's a rarity. That's cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
was just talking to Dana the other day, man. He goes, "You're not writing enough funny songs, man. You're slacking off."
Really?
Sorry, man.
Really? Well, you're good at it, though. I mean, most of the songs that we've listened to tonight they're cheery, they're up, they're very positive, just fun. I mean, that's it. It's like a positive vibe with your music, and it's Nick says definitely great talent. He says here. So see, Nick agrees. He's following me. He's following my lead.
Facebook, Nick.
There you go, Nick. Find him on Facebook. Hit him up, Nick. Yeah, I want to, I could see you playing around, I don't know, one of my private parties down here around the bonfire, and we're all drinking and you just playing and we're roasting marshmallows and laughing and having a good time.
Let's get it in the books, Ted. When you want to do this, man? I'll drive up to New York. I'll take a vacation.
Wait, I'm trying to get away from New York for vacation, and you want to come here? That's okay.
Years ago, man, it was an amazing time. We spent a couple days in Woodstock.
Mm-hmm.
Those Catskills are beautiful up there, man.
Yeah, and Rome is oh man, it's a beautiful place up in there. As long as you don't mind the back end of a cow down here and McDonald's, and that's true. That's true, Iowa. I forgot. Cow country.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get it. What? Now, you from Iowa?
I was born in Denver, but I came here
Okay.
when I was really young, so I grew up here in Davenport. But it's a lot cooler to say that I'm from Denver.
So okay, but why'd you go to Iowa? If you don't mind me asking, family? They moved there? Yeah.
Yeah, my mom moved over and moved in with my grandparents. So
And you kind of had to go.
I was like 2. Yeah. I tried to tell them I want to stay, I can get a job, but
Yeah. At 2, nobody wanted to hire you.
no.
Not enough
She-
skill
she
then.
Drove from Denver to Iowa in a little VW with no heat in it in the middle of the winter. So.
Jesus. There's a song for you. Talk about your mama. Really nice song about mama.
There you go.
Nick says he just went and liked your page for you, buddy.
Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it.
That's
Any likes
awesome.
I can get, man.
I don't understand. I mean, I was looking at your YouTube's got over 6,000, was it hits on the one song there? So you got people paying attention. So the people that are listening to your songs are liking your songs. You know what I mean? Shit, I wish I could get 6,000 on one of my pages. I'm still working on
All
that.
the other ones I've got like 14. So I mean, I got lucky with that one. I figured out the Facebook thing, man. I figured out how to get it out to the Facebook.
Yeah.
The YouTube, unless I just have to go to 1,000 YouTube pages and like their stuff, and hopefully they come like.
Yeah, well, see, and that's what I think it is for a lot of that stuff. You just go out and you start hitting everybody else's shit, and then they like you back, and but music is one of those things, like, especially like now with the whole COVID thing, we're still not all back on track. I mean, there are still musicians not able to play. Some of them are still sitting in their room and just writing all the time because they can't perform. Some of them are recording, though. The lives on Facebook, the lives on Instagram, the lives on YouTube. they're at least doing it that way, making a few bucks, where they've got themselves a virtual tip jar, so people can send them money through PayPal or whatever, these Venmo. They're playing in their house for a couple, 3 hours and, making a few bucks just to survive. And I get it. And if that's what you have to do, then that's what you have to do, We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, when this whole thing hit, man, I was pretty scared, man, because it's just like all the venues closing down was not something I ever, I figured I had job security, you know what I mean? Like, but I didn't, just sit for a couple days. I was a little scared, but I spent 4 days doing my taxes. I got that done, and I went and, made them not have me pay my van loan for a couple months. I was just doing everything I can. I was selling T-shirts, singing "Happy Birthday" to old ladies. They were paying me for that. Like just everything I possibly could do to make a living. And I started making these videos, and I think that really helped to keep my name out there. I made it on the news like 5 times in the course of like a month. So
wow, that's
cool,
awesome.
Yeah. So, and luckily, I live in the Wild West here in Iowa, where like honestly everything's open and nobody seems to care. And then I talk to people like in New York and everything, and they're like, "You guys are all gonna die." You know what I mean? Like we're still locked down tight, and it's like I can't argue with it, but I also gotta make a living. So
right. No, I get it.
you know what I mean? So
yeah. Well, we have about 4 times the amount of people you do to deal with this disease. And it's like right now, I mean, you heard me earlier in the beginning of the show, they closed down Gettysburg, the big, our big event that happens at our convention. They closed it down because they had a spike in COVID. And, we were all set to go for next weekend, but because they got this big spike, they had to cancel the whole event. And we were all looking forward to it. Florida and Texas and Arizona right now are hammered, and we just heard today that they're warning about winter, that winter is going to thin the herd again. This COVID thing's going to come back and kick us all in the ass one more time, and people are going to be out of work again, staying home because they're going to be afraid to go anywhere because this COVID thing's going to be worse the second time around. And that scares the shit out of me,
Yeah, I just signed my son up for homeschooling today, K-12 virtual school. Because who knows if they're going to open up school?
Yeah.
Who knows if they're going to open up and they're going to close it again? At this point.
Yeah.
And he can travel with me too. So
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Now, does the fiance go with you too?
No, she's working. She liked it. I haven't gone anywhere yet, man. I just went to Omaha and did a show here a couple weeks ago. That was pretty cool. It was another one of these live feeds too, but it was worth the trip. Get some folks out there in Omaha this year.
Now I'm looking at your website. There it is. I popped over there real quick. Well, you're doing a wedding on the 18th. You're at the captain's table on the 24th. Yeah, you got some dates scheduled, man. You're doing more better than some of these other people, Oh man, this sounds fun though. Twilight Riverboat Cruises. What is this?
That's gonna be cool. Right in this little town called Clare. It's a little town. I played pretty much every venue in that little town, and it's just a riverboat cruise that goes up and down the Mississippi River. Get to get on there and play for some folks and hang out on the river and make some money. Man. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Oh, I want to do that.
I mean, I tell you what.
Damn.
It's funny all the different places that I've played, man. I play in grocery stores, which are some of the coolest gigs I've done, man. Like
Grocery stores?
Fresh Time grocery store here. They just have me come in there and play, and I just set up my bows, and I can't tell you, man. I sell more CDs and make more tips there in 3 hours of just sitting there playing because people are walking around and they're shopping, and they're like, is this a real person? And so So they all got their pocketbook out. So they're like, "Oh, you have CDs for sale," So I mean, I played in a bank teller parking lot. The drive up to the bank here last month. You name it, man. Just everywhere.
God, I couldn't imagine that in New York. Playing in a grocery store.
It's another one. It's the Habitat for Humanity Restore. It's kind of like they sell a bunch of used stuff, man. They have me go in there and play. People love it, man.
God, you live in like a different world from us. That sounds so cool, though.
It is cool. There's a lot of opportunity here in the Midwest for musicians. I'm glad I'm here. When people tell me to go to Nashville, I'm like, why would I want to go to Nashville?
Yeah.
To go in a sea of people exactly like me.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get that little chance that yeah, you could stay home and fight for that same little chance, but at least at home you're making a name for yourself, and you're setting your feet in the dirt, man. That's what you need. You need a good foundation.
I can always tell people I'm from Nashville. They don't know.
That's true.
I just got on their local music Facebook group, so I guess I'm a local Nashville musician.
Nick says he comes from the land of tacos.
There is a lot of great Mexican restaurants here.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So I've lived in Tennessee, Oklahoma, Texas. That's the farthest I went. Yeah. So, and I was thinking about that when you said, Nick's got to stop talking about tacos because this fat boy's getting hungry. Oh, yeah.
Sing about the stretchy pants song. The tacos.
Yeah, Nick, you're going to need stretchy pants. You keep talking. So, yeah, I mean, hell, we still got a little bit. I mean, we did go over a little. I don't care. So we got some time. So hell, you want to play another song? You're welcome to, and then we can talk about your socials and wrap it up. And because I've had a blast, man. I can't believe it's been an hour and a half already.
They go pretty quick.
Yeah, but shit, playing gigs never went this fast.
This was almost went as fast as the one I went over to my other buddies, and he just pretty much sat and drank bourbon with me all night, so you just get to watch us get drunker and drunker and drunker.
Why didn't you say something? I could have went and got my Jack Daniels. We could have had a couple shots.
Figure out what you know.
I don't care. Pick one. You got it, man. We didn't hear that.
It's called The Fringe.
Oh, The Fringe.
The Fringe. And this is a love song for the music business. Basically, hopefully I remember all the words to this one. I trade all my diamonds for a dance. This childhood romance. I've been chasing you for so long that I can't see. You show me all of your pleasantries, all your notes and your poetry. You spoke to me and you showed me how to be free. So many times I crawled out your back door, just a wanting more in this loveless bed. Oh, now baby, baby, this is where our love is big. So don't you leave me out here on the fringe.
Well, I drove to the black night just to curb all my appetites. I rubbed shoulders with all your lovers and your friends. We had moonlight serenades, fall down drunken escapades. You told me that this rendezvous would never end. Oh, but the lines in my face are growing deeper, dear, and I'm still longing to hear that our time is finally here. Oh, now baby, baby, this is where our love is been. So don't you leave me out here on the frame. I said, now, baby, baby, this is where our love has been. So don't you leave me out here on the frame.
I think that's the first slow song or sign of mediocre song that you even played tonight.
Thanks.
Yeah. That was cool though. Still, I like it. You know, I really dig your music. I really think you should keep going. I mean, I've told you everything that I really think about it. You got the great sense of humor in your music. You're very talented. You got a great voice that's very strong, very smooth. I'm going to push your music, and I think Nick is going to too. There's going to be a few of us here that just, I think they're going to love your stuff, to be honest with you. I can't promise you hundreds, but I can get a few. You know, I can get a few people to listen and like you and follow you, and that's about all I can do. You know, I'll do what I can. This show is part of a whole network, and I think once the network gets once I show this to the boss man, I think he's going to like your stuff. So, you know, he might request, you know, for you to be on a couple of the other shows. You know, I think that would help you out. So, I would love to have you back. You know, if you would like that. We'll figure out something. Maybe I can do it from the actual studio up in Ontario, New York. And I'm pretty sure that he could mess with some stuff there and make you sound like you're sitting right there with us.
I love it.
You know, but John actually, the boss man, owns a... he provides all, well, like stage and lighting and all the sound for bands that tour across the United States and overseas in the UK. He owns a big business, and that's what he does. So, I mean, he knows a lot of contacts. So, basically, I'm just going to play some of your songs for him and say, hey, we need to do something for this guy. So, see what he says. What's the worst he could say? No.
Heard that before.
Yeah, me too. So, yeah, I'd like to hear what this sounds like afterwards, too. I'm going to listen to it afterwards. So,
It's all an experiment. Like I say, all these Zoom shows, man, it's when you get that guitar going, it just being verbally effective. I mean, I've been working on
Yeah.
it, I bought this thing called an iRig, which I can plug into my iPhone and so
oh, man.
so hopefully this works.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded good on my end. So, you know, I'm hoping. I got a little Yamaha that I'm using here for a mixer that actually came from the idea of John himself, and this is what he uses. He uses a bigger Yamaha system for when we record live at the studio, and when we do our shows there, and it works. You know, I mean, I haven't had any real major problems with it. There's been a couple things, but for what I'm doing here at home to get through with this whole COVID bullshit, it's been working. It's not the best quality, but the point gets across.
Awesome.
You know, so Nick says, another great song. Well done.
Thank you, Nick. Thank
You got a fan of Nick, I think.
you. Awesome.
That's awesome, too.
Nick, you want to hire me for a private party?
There you go. There you go. We'll have to get some money together and bring him to New York for some party. We'll have to figure something out.
I'm going up to Green Bay this week. I could just
Zip right across.
the lake. Yeah, zip right across the lake.
There you go. Oh, man, you sound like you'd be a blast at stuff. I mean, maybe we can find a way to get you to do some work up here. You
I'd
know?
love to. I love that area up there.
Yeah.
Niagara Falls and Ithaca.
Yeah.
We hung out in Ithaca.
Jesus, Ithaca's like 2.5 miles that way, and Buffalo's an hour and a half that way.
Yeah, I almost got arrested in Ithaca.
Uh-oh. What did you do?
I was playing my saxophone in the parking ramp and late at night, which is the most amazing thing if you can ever do that.
It sounds great.
Oh, it's awesome. But my fiance, she was across the way in the hotel. She was getting her stuff, and she walked by the front desk and they're like, "We're calling the cops right now." And she goes, "What are you calling the cops for? Can't you hear it? Can't you hear somebody's playing the saxophone over there?" And she's like, "Get out of there really fast."
I think stuff like that is cool, and if they don't, people need a sense of humor. They really do, and too many people are so negative these days. You know, there's not enough positive. Just hey, go have fun. You know, try and understand why this person's doing this. You know, they forget what it's like to just enjoy something. You know, that's the problem with people today. They don't know how to enjoy, pretty much. So that's what I believe. I mean, I do a lot here, and I try to enjoy every single thing I do. Right now, I've been on a binge. I shouldn't have done it, but I've been buying. Don't laugh now. I've been buying Godzillas from every era. And I have a ton of Godzillas right now, and I just ordered another dozen that'll be here next week. So, yeah. I just bought the cutest little one. Sits in the palm of my hand. Where's my hand? Over here. Cute little. Just sits. Well, I'll show you. What the hell? I got a second.
So what's the story behind the Godzillas? My stepdad collects Hot Wheels. He's got like 1 billion Hot Wheels. He had to get like...
Oh, can't see him. But there he is. Just this little tiny Godzilla.
He's like half there because of the green screen.
Yeah.
It's like a little Lego.
He's tiny as shit. Godzilla was one of my heroes when I was a kid. Believe it or not. Godzilla always had... I mean, there was stories about bullying and stuff like that. And, yeah, so Godzilla was just a childhood thing, and I decided at that point then I was going to start collecting them. And so I got one now that's worth about $450. So I've got a collection started, and most of what I got is stuff that's worth like anywhere from like $30 to $100. I got a couple that are worth $300-400. But I only
More profitable than baseball cards.
it can be, yeah. I have football cards, and they just sit. They don't do anything. They don't make me money at all.
Right.
So, but I mean, you got to collect something, I guess. But you know, for me, it was Godzilla. So I started collecting all the movies, and then I got into collecting all the figurines and the banks and the things that just if you really look on the internet, there are Godzillas that are going for well over $2,000 to $3,000. Yeah, so you know, you could if you get enough of them. You know, I just can't afford them. I'm not no rich man.
Just in this little shop in Omaha, and they had all these little wax packs of like movies, like they were the original ones, like Back to the Future, where they would have like the cards and then the
Oh, yeah.
stuff. so cool. I mean, they were the originals. There was Back to the Future. There was Harry and the Hendersons. I mean,
No
so
kidding.
yeah. And I'm like, where did you get these things? Man? They were like $5 each. It was crazy. Of course, I
Yeah.
didn't buy one.
It's amazing what becomes vintage and what becomes, worth money. I never thought about Godzilla, being something that was gonna make, all this money. But I'm glad I started collecting them now. All right, man. I've had a great night with you. I think you're one of the more personal people I've ever talked with. You're very relaxed, very, very cool, fun. You're what music needs, to be honest, especially today. Between the writing and what you've got and your talent, the vocals, I can't say enough about you. I think you're awesome, and I'm a nobody. So, just talk with Teddy. That's it. We're just a little tiny show, but we get out there. We have people in Australia and China and India, and then across the states. We're there. So we do our best, for who we have on the show, and I really appreciate you coming and sharing your gift with us tonight. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me. It's like, what other way am I going to be able to play for people anymore? So it's awesome. I really
That's-
appreciate the opportunity.
That's true, but I'm gonna keep doing what I can for you, man. Usually, stuff like this, especially stuff I really enjoy, I like to share. So, and this is on our YouTube stuff. It's on our live shows. It's on our Facebook pages. It's always going to be there. Nick says fantastic show tonight, and thank you, Nick. He says glad I was able to tune in. So that was great. We do appreciate that, Nick. And yeah. So, and Carrie and Robert and everybody over on the watch party, thank you so much for joining us there as well. I wish I could see everybody at once. I mean, that's the only bad thing about Zoom and StreamYard and not having all these connected to where you can see where everybody's from. That kind of sucks a little bit. But I do appreciate everybody on there and everybody that's going to be listening to some of the replays and stuff like that. And Jordan, I'm going to be hitting you back up eventually to come back and join us here. And just, stay in touch. Please, man.
Will do. You do the same. Thanks so much, Ted. I appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for listening.
God, I finally heard your accent. I finally heard it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I finally heard it.
See, I don't think I have an accent. I don't.
Yeah, I just heard it. Yep, I did. All right. I guess that's it, guys. Now, Thursday night's a very special show here Thursday night, guys, so don't forget to be here Thursday night as well. Every show. Talk with Teddy, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, all of them are special. Where, just set your clock, set your watch, set your, what do they call those things, a Fitbit? Whatever you guys use, people with money and ladies that need stretchy pants do. Oh, man. I love it. So, so Thursday night, we actually have a gentleman that's coming on the show that's going to be talking about something dear and close to his heart, his father, and how he and his father introduced him to my favorite subject these days, Godzilla. So we're going to be talking about his story and how his father shared Godzilla with him, and that's going to be Thursday night. So, Jordan, again, take care of yourself, and man, God bless you. You are definitely a great talent. And
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
keep kicking the butt, man. Keep kicking in the ass. All right, guys. Okay. All right. So, guys, we're out of here. Don't forget, I always tell you, take care of yourself, but take care of your neighbors too, because they're just as important. Thank you and my guests for joining me here on Talk with Teddy. Be safe and look out for one another. Don't forget that Talk with Teddy is on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, so please go and subscribe. Thank you.